Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I just have a real quick update for you regarding my Miguel Bleis Bowman Inception Rainbow. So if you guys have seen my previous videos, I ended up with some pretty big cards of this kid. As of right now, he's the number 20 prospect according to Fangraphs in all of baseball. So we'll kind of just run through this really fast. But anyway, this was the most recent one that I was able to snag. For whatever reason, this is actually pretty difficult to find. Maybe they're just not posting a lot of them, but this is the one numbered at a 200 here. I got this for $30 just recently. I feel like that was a pretty good price point considering Miguel Bleis has really increased in value over the past 30 to 60 days. So 30 bucks for this, not bad. On card auto. It looked to be in pretty good shape for me. I'm really trying to get a PSA 10 rainbow out of all of this. But that's going to be tough, and we'll talk about that here in just a sec. So we got the 200. The next one up is the 99, so that's the next number down. 99 looked to be in pretty good shape too. I'm not 100% sure if this one's going to be the one that I get to send off to be grading. It does have a little bit of whitening here, which you know, they take that stuff into consideration pretty seriously here. These thick cards, they're tough, man. So if I ever see a PSA 10 of these type of cards pop up, I'm going to try to snag them as best I can. But the value of these guys has really gone up. So the blue one here, I think I got this one for $50. So this one was 30, this one was 50. Not a bad price at this point. I think that these guys are going for a little bit more than 50 bucks from when I snagged this, but still really good value in these cards specifically. It's the same photo that they use in his first Bowman, which obviously that matters to collectors quite a bit when this is a pre-rookie that is not a first Bowman. So next one up, we've got the fuchsia numbered at a 75 here, and this one actually has a pretty big stain right in the circle here, so this is certainly not a gradable candidate. This would most likely come back, I would say, a 6, maybe even less than that, maybe a 5. Very noticeable stain right here when we take it out of the pack. Actually, I'll just show you guys, that way you know what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen this type of stuff before. But oh, it's actually up here, but you can see it on the card. You see how big that is. I tried wiping this off. This is like, it's almost like glue. It's on the card, but this is obviously extremely noticeable once you see it. So this would be heavily impacting the card in terms of grading. So we're not grading this one, but it's still part of the rainbow, which is nice. And then now we're going to start getting into the big boys. And we have the Bowman Inception red foil numbered out of 5. I purchased this myself for $250 last year, got it off to be graded, and came back that 10. The best offer that I've gotten on this guy right now, I have these listed on eBay. I got an offer for $1,200, and I would have sold it for 13 probably and just scrapped the whole idea of doing a rainbow, but that is not a bad price point right now. I would say that is pretty close to market value for this, $1,200 if that's the best offer that I've gotten, which is insane when you consider that I'm probably less than $300 all in for this guy between grading fees. I sent this in on one of the lower grading options at the time, so $300 all in for this, and it's worth $1,200 right now. So huge card, and that brings us to the 1 of 1. So I posted a short about this a while back. I traded about $450 worth of cards for this right before they started releasing like the prospect listings, and he just shot up the rankings. So the best offer that I've gotten for this card is $2,500, guys, and that was only 3 weeks after I got this for less than $500 in total cards. So we are 5x increase in terms of total value. That is astonishingly good timing for me to buy this, and I think it's kind of a lesson for all of us. These prospect charts, once they get released, like this card, like I said, went from a market value of $500 to $2,500 overnight, and that's just because I knew that this guy was going to become something on the prospect charts very shortly. And so I was like, well, I'm going to take I want to really get this card. I'm going to take a flyer on it, see if the seller's willing to negotiate. He was, and I was able to score a hell of a deal by being able to do that. But those prospect charts, guys, once those things get released, the mid-season ones get released, the end of the year ones, the preseason ones are probably the biggest one, which is when I was able to score this guy. that is absolutely the time to start looking at these guys that are probably going to jump up some of those charts. And yeah, no, super, super pleased with this. I actually think there's probably not a perfect chance, but there's probably a 20-25% chance this could come back as a PSA 10. The card is pretty strikingly clean. There are some tiny, you can't even really tell. They're like corner markings, not even dings, I would say, on two corners, which I would assume this will come back a PSA 9. But other than that, very, very clean looking card. Very clean for a 1 of 1. So I'm probably going to send this off, try to get that 10 back. If it does come back that 10, man, we're cooking now. So anyway, we got 5 of the cards, the rainbow. There's 7 total cards. All I'm missing is the orange out of 25 and then the gold out of 50. Fun fact, I actually owned the orange out of 25, but I sold it for $70. And I sold that back in December of last year. So I picked it up for 50, I sold it for 70, and when I tried to rebuy it here in March after I picked up the 1 of 1, the listing went over $250 for it. So if I would have just hung on to the one that I had, I wouldn't have had to try to shell out that kind of money for picking it back up again once there's a listing available. So anyway, that's the update, guys. Very excited about this. Gonna try to do the rainbow. I'm probably gonna remove this listing from eBay pretty shortly. I have a grading shipment that I'm going to try to send off here very, very soon that I think you guys are all going to be very interested in. But let me know what you guys think. This is obviously a Miguel Bleis focused video. Talk about him a lot. Talk about a lot of Red Sox players. But thanks for tuning in today, and hopefully I will see you guys around soon. All right, bye.